Okay, how's it going, everyone? It's your boy Pity. Welcome to P's podcast, and today I have a special guest. And compared to anyone that I had on the podcast, my mates and all that stuff, this one means one of the most to me. And yeah, I have Aggie here.
You, Pity Man, how are we?
It's been good, Aggie. Hopefully you've been staying safe and the fam and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
The whole COVID-19 thing. As bad as it is, you can't see your homeboys and stuff. But
yeah.
how you been since all this stuff has happened? You
I
know.
am I'm actually doing well. Thank you for asking,
Yep.
and thanks for having me on today, Matt.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Just as we discussed before, offline or
Yep.
whatever you want to call it. But it's been, I think, because I'm very grateful that I'm still working because I work
Yep.
in high schools
Yep.
and I also work for a church, and so most of what I do is like pastoral care and like social worker.
Mhm.
So even though no one's like pretty much like if you think of Ride Sec over 1,200 kids, and when there's only eight present,
Oh yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
wow,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing is
It's just
so
like
yeah. So it's massive, it's real, and it's massive, but at the same time, people have different needs in this season. So
oh yeah,
my work's
exactly.
kind of
Yeah.
differed, but
Mm.
like I said, I'm grateful that I still have a job.
Yeah, that's very good that you still like, unlike, unfortunately for some people that
Yeah,
can't work at the moment. And
yeah,
even for the teachers, it's just a new way of life now, considering that everything
yeah,
is over the internet. And even with
yeah,
me, a kid that does stuff on technology, I don't really like it, to be honest with you. I don't know how would I cope in 2020 if I was in still in year 12.
yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of weird to see because everything's all on the computer now. And I'm not
Yeah.
sure. It's just that I think it's even more harder for the teachers. They have to put more effort out for
Well,
the
especially
kids.
for especially for the ones that didn't know how to turn on a computer.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for
no, no,
sure, yeah, for sure. Because you got some kids that that might not be you know
tech savvy.
yeah,
Yeah,
tech savvy, or
yeah,
illiterate when it comes to that. Because even I'm not, I don't feel comfortable sending emails or like applications on job online. I like to come and confront you and like just talk one on one about it and
yeah,
stuff. And it's just different doing stuff online now. But
yeah.
yeah.
Everyone's definitely learning a new skill.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And yeah, it's weird. And especially I wish a lot, yeah, good luck for the E12s.
Yeah,
For
100%
not
this
just
year.
RSC, but for everyone.
Yeah,
Considering that I think I'm not sure if their HSC will be heavily impacted from the coronavirus. I think it probably would.
yeah.
But
Well,
hopefully. Mm,
I was thinking that the other day, like, because I was like, imagine what if you do woodwork? Like, it's not
yeah,
like you have an extra lathe at home or you have all these tools at
yeah,
home. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
even one of the days I was in at school, like, one of the girls had to come and pick up her sewing machine for her major work,
Oh God.
and
See,
she's in year 12, and I was just like, far out, man.
it's like you
Like,
just
they
can't
just,
believe it. It's like, because
yeah,
considering with most of the TAS stuff, yeah, there is theory, but you mainly learn things from doing prac,
yeah,
obviously. And
yeah,
yeah, as you said about the girl with the sewing machine, like that's just you wouldn't expect anything like that in our time, to worry about
nah,
things like this. And I mean, you got to do what you got to do when it comes
yeah, that's
to
right.
doing stuff like that. I mean, I don't know how I would do stuff like that, considering that I did do construction and hospitality.
Yeah, like,
So
wonder how they do those prac
I,
stuff,
I,
hey?
I had no clue. It just baffles my mind. And I would say I am grateful that I did finish, but at the same time, you gotta be in their shoes and just say like, how would they
Yeah,
be, cooperating with that? And of course, the parents probably have to do a lot more things with them and stuff. And
yeah,
yeah, even just seeing the younger years, video calling teachers is just so crazy to see.
yeah, so
Um,
true, so true.
and yeah, and also I was about to ask you one of the
Yeah,
questions here is, what type of job you have. And I know that you're such a vocal speaker, and you have the stuff on the Facebook and stuff. And also to say something, I don't want to sound all teary and stuff, but yeah, you're seeing every time waking up in the morning and seeing your Facebook posts really get me up in the morning as well. Definitely
aw,
as an inspiration, because you got
thank
your
you.
you got those friends that have the memes and stuff, and you love that as well. But definitely your inspirational quotes at this time of need, for a lot of people who are definitely down, because I think everyone at some point right now is feeling down that they can't see even
Yeah.
friends and family. And how was
Yeah.
Easter for you, Aggie, with the family? You can't, your extended
Well,
family
yeah.
stuff.
Um, well, obviously couldn't see the extended family.
Hmm.
Um, and Easter was, I like, I think Easter for me because of my faith, like I have a faith in Jesus, and
Hmm.
everyone has their own different things. But
Yeah.
um, like I said, you were asking like what I do for work. Like I work at a church. One of my titles is a pastor, but
Hmm.
and then in the schools I'm a youth worker. But at the end of the day, like I just think titles come and go,
Hmm.
but it comes down to who you are as a person. Like what characteristics or what is it? What's because everyone has a gift.
Yeah.
Everyone holds, whether it's light, whether it's hope, whether it's joy, whether it's love, no matter what it is, like everyone has a gift that the world needs to see and the world needs to hear. And um, which is why Easter was a beautiful thing for me because for me, I just, I was reminded um, of the death of Jesus, the sacrifice that he paid for me to have a life and
Hmm.
live an abundant life, but at the same time, 4 days off in a row, like who can't complain about that?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Like unless you've like lost your job, and my heart goes out to those people. And we're so blessed to live in Australia where there is extra help, and
Yeah.
we've got some pretty incredible systems and services that help people in this time of need. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, a few days off is good. So yeah,
Yeah,
can't
it
complain.
did feel really weird, not having, because usually with my family, so I live with my two parents and my
Yep,
grandparents,
yep,
and we have family up in was it in Kellyville, that
yep.
always sees us for Christmas, Easter, and everything, and
Wow.
just usually, I mean, Good Friday, of course, I respect that, and of
Yeah,
course my mom, she is religious and
yep.
she Christian, yep, and she doesn't, I can't eat red meat or anything,
Oh, yeah.
so I I keep to my beliefs on that one, and now just seeing that my family not in Easter, it just feels a bit weird,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's just in my life and growing up and stuff, I wouldn't expect anything like this to be impactful, and just simply getting your family and not seeing them for that long, it definitely breaks your heart, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the more we follow the rules from the government, as much as some people don't want to,
Yeah.
the quicker we do it, the quicker we get out of this,
Yeah.
and
100%.
we can definitely look back on it and stuff. But yeah, I'm just glad Easter, because for me, I am a Christian. I want to get more into the
Yeah.
belief as well, because I want to be baptized and
That's awesome.
stuff. And because my
That's
dad
awesome.
isn't religious, but my mum is, and as I'm
Yeah.
half Filipino, Filipinos are very passionate about their beliefs and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, Easter was definitely one of the biggest days for me, and yeah, that's why I also wanted to talk to you about Aggie as well, and
Yeah.
especially just strengthening my belief of Jesus and stuff, because I've always done scripture and stuff in primary
Yep.
school and stuff, and do the programs still go on now, or do they
Yeah, they
just
do. They
they still?
still, what is it? Um, they still do teach scripture in schools. And so really it's like, it's up to you um, whether you engage in it or not. But yeah, like I said, it's really dependent on you and what you decide, and whether you want to take it on board. But we do have some people from our church involved in teaching it and just helping out.
Yeah, but that's definitely good. Um, just checking down my questions here.
No, it's
So,
fine.
yep. What would you say to someone who is struggling mentally with the coronavirus at the moment? What would you say?
Mentally,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think mental health is one of the most important things when you look at yourself holistically. um, a lot of people disregard mental health, especially the stigma that's around it. But
Yeah, for sure.
I think, like, especially like our background cultures, like, I'm Tongan,
Yep.
but you said you're part Filipino.
Yep.
And in sometimes, like, in cultures like that, if you're struggling, like, with your mental health, they're just like, oh, just shrug it off,
Yeah,
harden
exactly.
up, come and do something,
Mm.
um, to distract you. But I think the one thing I would say to um, people struggling with their mental health is that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to have a bad day, and it's okay to have days where you do feel down, but at the
Mhm.
same time, make sure you have, the support systems to help you get through when you need. And
Mhm.
so in the field of work that I do, like I encourage people, like, like in the past, Matt, I've been diagnosed with severe and chronic depression and
Yeah.
anxiety as well. And a lot of people just look at me and they're like, "Nah, not you." Like one of the funniest questions I used to be asked was, "Oh, how come you're always happy? Do you ever have problems?" I'm like, "Nah, heck,
Yeah.
everyone has problems,
Exactly.
Like it doesn't discriminate." But yeah, just making sure that it's okay, and because you do have those days where you're like, "Oh, fire! I just can't wait for today to be over." But then you have
Mm.
those even worse days
Mm.
when you're like, it's hour by hour,
Yeah.
and your heart feels so heavy, and your mind feels so heavy, and you're
Mm.
just like, "Man, all I need to do is just get through this hour." Or
Mm.
if you need to do half an hour increments, do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just reach out to someone and say, "Hey, I'm not doing too good." And
Mm.
sometimes when people do that to me, I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to pray for you, but where are you? Who are you with? What are you doing?"
Mm.
Always encourage people to, especially if they live with others, like
Mm.
to
Yeah,
at
for
least
sure.
try and get around. Just go sit in the lounge. Don't be in your room.
Yeah. Don't try to isolate
Like,
yourself really
yeah,
from everyone else.
yeah,
Yeah.
because then that's when your thoughts become vortex, and
Yeah.
they just spiral downwards, and it's not good for anyone.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Just yeah, especially just the even you can talk to your friends about it, even
Yeah,
though some people do don't take it seriously. And for people that you usually see that, sometimes people are hiding their depression and stuff. And
mm.
I don't know, because I've never felt ever like that. I mean, I felt
Yeah,
days when I'm down,
yeah,
but I've been through a lot, with my life and stuff. And
yeah,
uh, with my brother that passed
yeah,
away when I was 8.
yeah,
If that crap happened to me today, I don't know what I would think.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, I get my strength from my mother because she's one of the strongest women I know. And you can say the same thing for you, Aggie.
mm.
Your mom might be the strongest. Well, she probably is the strongest woman or anything.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's like I always look at my other friends and I just want to be happy in life. And for me, if I'm in that thought, it's like I've only got this one life. Don't waste it on feeling upset and stuff.
yeah,
Try to think of the happy times, watch happy videos, and just watch stuff that I love. And obviously, eventually, we always have that times where we feel down and stuff. And I think
yeah.
Year 12 was definitely one of the years where I felt down a lot because
Really?
all the stress, you
Yeah,
know, and I try to enjoy as much as I can. And that was my ever close I've ever felt depressed. And and just for being that quick. Because I remember in Year 7, when we watched our first presentation day of the U12s that were graduating that day. And
yeah,
remember, Taylor Kirk, he told me, you know what, Matthew, well, that's gonna be us in no time. And
yeah,
I definitely just shrugged it off. I just started messing around and stuff. And
yeah,
didn't take advantage of the moment, because time goes fast. And
yep,
or I thought I was catering in Year 11 for the Year 12s, and now
yeah,
Year 11s are catering for me and my year. And it just shocks me and stuff. And again, even for you, Aggie,
mm.
another question was like, I wanted to ask you, because I like to ask people that I'm not gonna say that you're older, but like people that are
No,
older
it's
than
fine.
me.
Yeah,
But it's like, how was it like transitioning from high school to adulthood after school? How was it for
yeah.
you?
Well, yeah, oh, look, geez, I've been out of school for ages, so um, I, I, I started school early,
Hmm.
and so I actually did my HSC when I was 16. So I turned
Yeah.
16 in January, and I
Hmm.
finished my HSC that year.
Jeez.
And I then went to TAFE straight after that because I didn't want to go to uni.
Hmm.
Um, and I was, obviously I always thought like that I wasn't that great at academic stuff anyway,
Hmm.
which is a thought that I've now been able, to kind of get over and let go of because it was all a lie. But I guess when you say adulthood, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm still learning what it's like to be an adult.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
it being in school is definitely a lot easier because you don't have to, like, when you think you have problems in school and then you leave school and you're like, what are these bills? They never go away. Like,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
and then you're like, oh my gosh, school's so easy. And
Mm,
but in regards to, yeah, I guess when you say like transitioning from school into what everyone else does, like I think it's more about like we're always on this journey of trying to figure out and work out like what it is like because we've been so conditioned as we grow up to be like, hey, what do you want to do when you leave school? What do you want to do when you leave school? But
exactly.
I think one of the biggest things I love asking people is like, don't worry about what you want to do. Who do you want to be? Like, what kind of person do you want to be?
Exactly.
Because, like I said, like titles come and go. Like, yes, I'm one of my titles is a pastor, and one of my
Mm,
titles is a youth worker, and in the past I've been a salesperson and all of this. But at the end of the day, like when you've like left the room or you've left a bunch of people, it's like what kind of person were you to them? So who were you to them, and what kind of impact have you made on their life? So
yeah. Mm,
like for me, like I said, it's always about who you are, not what you do, no matter what age you are when you've left school,
hmm
and no matter what you're doing, is what's most important, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because for me, when I was a kid, you always say like, "Oh, I want to be this when I grow up and stuff." And
Yeah, yeah,
see, I thought I was going to work with my dad as a plumber and stuff. And
yeah,
since I started living with my grandparents, not too long ago with my family, since we have a huge house in up in East
yeah,
Ryde,
yeah.
I started to look after my grandparents and stuff. And my grandfather started to teach me how to respect the elderly, and I just seen my pop do kindly gestures for older folks, and
Oh, that's beautiful.
and that's changed my perspective because it was for me it was either be a plumber like my father
Yeah,
or be a police officer.
yeah,
But as my mom, she's Filipino, so she's a very soft person, and usually with Filipinos, they like to do hospitality things like
yeah,
nursing and all that stuff. So
yeah.
that's what I want to do now.
Oh, mad.
I kind of, for me, I kind of want to pay respects to still my grandparents still alive, but just to pay respects to my grandfather and my just from their influence from me. I kind of want to give it back to them by helping out the community as being
That's
as a
awesome.
nurse,
That's
and
awesome.
that's how I want to see it because. I mean, at the end of the day, people could say, at the moment, money means a lot and stuff. For me,
Mm,
I rather rather be in a very happy mood and get feel
yeah,
like more rewards, feel
yeah,
more rewarding and get paid less than get paid more and feel like crap.
yeah.
So yeah, some people didn't know
That's
that. I
awesome.
mean, because when you see me, I feel like people see like, oh, he's a big fella. He might want to do construction and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm too soft. I'm too soft in the
No,
inside, and I just want to help the elderly out, the elderly community out, because I just feel like they were here before us, and if it wasn't for them,
yeah.
and that's
That's
how I
awesome,
see
man.
it.
Good on you.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, that's my friends will be shocked in some of that when people watch this. People will be very shocked. Um,
uh,
but yeah, it's for my mum because she works at St. Joey's College, and she helps the brothers there,
oh,
for the
well.
church, and helps the kids out and stuff. And yeah, she's been working there for I don't know how long, and
Wow.
yeah, so definitely want to take after from my mum, then my
That's
dad.
so cool.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Also,
Mhm.
Aggie, who was your
Yeah.
biggest inspirations as a kid, or even now? You know?
My biggest inspirations, I would say, obviously, um, yeah, like, well, obviously, because of my faith, like, Jesus was, I
hmm
just love the way he was so compassionate and just loved people where they were at and accepted people where they're at. But I definitely have to say my mum.
Yep.
Like, she's awesome, both my parents, they're both awesome. Like, just everything that they've been through and
hmm
everything that they've done. And, I'm so blessed that they're still alive as well.
Yep.
And probably, I'd say my siblings, eh?
Oh
As
yeah.
funny as it was, like, like,
Mm.
as much as we argue and stuff, like when we were younger, but yeah, like I absolutely love and adore my siblings for who they are.
hmm
They're all parents now with lots of
Oh.
little kids, so yeah,
Definitely a lot of nieces and nephews, Aggie.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got like 21 nieces and nephews, so
My goodness. But
pretty
yeah,
crazy, eh?
that's cool. That's cool. Family means a lot to all of us, and
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
definitely happy for you for that one. For me,
Thank you.
I don't know. When I was a kid, yeah, I think. since everything, I mean, I could say my brother is definitely an
Yeah.
inspiration for me, and I really wanted to be like him when I'm older because he could dance, he could do all
Uh,
that stuff, and
Herbie was the man.
yeah, he was. I just wish, because when you're young, you don't really, don't really
Yeah.
pay much attention, but just, having fun with your friends, and you piss
Yeah.
around with your friends in
Yeah.
primary school, and after when he passed away, my mum was destroyed from it, obviously, and
Yeah.
my mum lost her mother a year before that, and
Oh,
I think 3 4 years ago she lost her brother, and
oh, heavy days.
it just keeps on going. But since she lives in Australia full on, and the rest of the family lives in Philippines, she couldn't
Oh,
be able to
wow.
see him when they all passed, and just seeing her strength, and she's lost a son, she's lost a mother, she didn't grow up with
Yeah.
a father. um Her mum has a big family. She's got I think 3 or 4 sisters and 2 brothers,
Well,
and just seeing her strength, and just see her how she copes with everyday life, because she works every day, and I'm blessed she still has her job, and
yeah.
she works every day, and from what she's been through and stuff, losing a son, I wish I can look up to that, and that's how I've been, strong, because I've had a lot of, of course we have family members that, unfortunately pass away during our
Yeah.
times of growing up, and
Yeah.
yeah, definitely look up to my mum, for
Oh,
sure,
that's awesome.
and but yeah, I also look up to, my grandfather and my pop,
Wow.
and just for the kindly gestures, and taught me how to be a gentleman,
That's awesome, yeah.
as much as, uh
That's stuff you can't pay people to do,
yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I just couldn't thank enough, for my mom, and just for my 2 grandparents, and my father and my mother. Yeah, definitely turned, who I am now, if it wasn't
Oh,
for
that's
them.
beautiful.
And yeah, yeah,
That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that.
yeah. Try not to be emotional, but yeah, just when you think about it, sometimes you might have an argument with them and stuff, and at the end of the day, you just don't pay a notice to it, really.
Yeah, that's right.
You just
It's like that saying, like it's about the relationship. It's not about being right.
Oh yeah, exactly. And some
Like,
days you're like saying, "Oh, please get out if you don't want to talk to you." Like at the end, at the moment, at the heat of the moment, you might say that, but eventually you start to regret it. And then at the end of the
yeah,
day, next day, you're friends again, your family at the end of the day, and life's too short to be worrying about things like that, and
yeah, 100%.
should definitely take advantage of spending every time and every moment with your family members and stuff before it's
Yeah,
too late, because you feel regretful after, if anything happens.
that's it.
And
So true.
yeah, so okay, that was good. So what is the most interesting place you've traveled to, Oki?
Oh, I would have to say I'm not because I've been to a few places,
Hmm.
but interesting. I think when you get to go anywhere, everything's interesting. Like
Yeah.
especially in times like this, you're like, oh, I wish we could go somewhere.
Oh,
But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
interesting. I don't know. I think one of the most interesting places was actually where I'm from, Tonga.
Tonga. Yeah.
When I went, like when I was younger, the first time I went, there was just total island, no traffic lights. The speed limit on the whole island was 40 kilometers, and um, when my cousin said we're going to go to the city, and I was just like, oh my gosh, finally we get to do something. Like, I was young. I was only like, how old was I? I don't know, sort of 13 or something. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, 12 or 13. And I was just like, yeah. And then went to, we got to the city, and city was like, I don't know if you picture like probably the like Cox's Road shops.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know where Cox's Road is, like it's just like one whole street of shops. So imagine I'm in this place where there's probably like maybe four of them in a row. Like,
Mm.
and then I'm like, all right, cool, this is awesome. We've stopped at some little town, like some little suburb.
Mm.
When are we going to the city? And they're like, what do you mean? This is the city. And I was like, what? Are you serious? Like, I was
Oh
like,
my
what the heck?
goodness.
Like legit being able to experience like yeah, island life and just how my family's been living, where my parents came from, where where my background heritage from
Hmm.
was pretty awesome. But I think one of the other, I know you said one, but I want to say two anyway.
Yeah, yeah, no
Um,
worries, no worries.
one of the other interesting places I've been to was Indonesia. So I got to go to Indonesia
Oh,
and got to go
Indonesia.
to got to go to off country, but that was for a missions trip, which was heaps fun. Like
Hmm.
just being able to meet people and learn
Hmm.
their culture and just see how they live. And yeah, interesting,
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah,
What about
it's good.
yourself?
I mean, for me, I mean, I've always, when I was two, went to, back home to Philippines and stuff, and
No.
I never went anywhere else for that long a time. And then in year nine, I went back to Philippines again. It's either been places around in Australia or
Yep.
back home. Really, for me,
Oh,
it's back to
nice.
the Philippines because considering that right now we all got these devices and stuff, and me
Yeah.
playing PlayStation and all these other things, and then when you go back home, you're like, oh, where's all this stuff?
Yeah,
And
yeah. Where's the
yeah,
PlayStation
where's the
bit? Like the
PlayStation
what?
and stuff, and like what? And then they just play soccer and stuff outside, and just
Yeah.
seeing like even though that my family doesn't have everything back home, they're still happy. As long as they have
Mm.
each other and stuff, and
Yep.
that's what I love about it. Is like even with your family in Tonga, if they
Mm.
might not have anything and stuff, you have each other, and
Yeah, that's right.
that's what I love about these countries where we might have more stuff than them, but they have each other, they're happy, and they
Yeah.
still celebrate. You know. Like Easter for them, Easter is a huge thing for them, and my
Yep.
family is heavily religious in the Philippines, and
Hmm.
just seeing the culture there compared to being in Sydney all the time,
Yeah.
uh, definitely is a definitely new scenario. I mean, I just wanted to go to
Yeah.
Philippines to see family and eat food. Really, that's how I see mostly places. I always see food, and definitely for the family,
Come on.
and yeah, it was good. For 2 weeks and stuff. And I'll definitely want to go back there once this whole COVID-19 stuff definitely
Yeah,
goes
for sure.
past. But yeah, just not taking advantage of going out to different places and looking back on it now. It's like, oh, I wish I went there now. And
Yeah.
we've been in quarantine. I don't know. Time's gone too fast. Like I don't know, like a 2 months. Is it? I don't even know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even
Oh, I don't know. It feels like 2 months. Feels like longer though.
I,
But
I don't know. It's just time goes fast, way too much.
100%. How long is the flight to Philippines?
So when you go there, it's about 8 hours. 8 hours to
Oh,
get
cool.
there, and then when you come back from Philippines to Australia, it feels so short. It feels like at
Oh,
least
hey.
4 hours.
Wow.
But how far is Tonga from here? Is it not that far? Or is it
I'd say
far?
maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Four,
Like,
four,
yeah,
five
4 or 5
hours. Yeah,
hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I'm not really much of an airplane type of gal, but
Oh, yeah.
at the same time, I just put my earphones in because I know you can get jet
Yeah.
lag, so I'll just put my earphones in and then
And you try and sleep and just try and keep yourself busy, eh?
yeah, exactly. Because I'm not really because with motion sickness and stuff, I'm
Oh, spewing.
with car rides, I'm fine now. I'm grown out of that stuff. But like
Oh,
airplanes,
wow.
yeah, that's still definitely another thing to overcome. But
Wow.
at the end of the day, as long as I had fun and saw family, that's all I care
Yeah.
about. I don't care if I get hurt or if I start vomiting or embarrass myself in the airplane. I don't really care. But yeah, it's only been Philippines, but definitely when I'm older and then when I get my job and stuff, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely I would love to go to places like America and
Oh, man. Yeah, I've been there as well. So,
oh, you've been there as well, yeah. I,
yeah.
I just want to go there just to watch a basketball game or just anything that
Oh, 100%.
yeah, but and also the food, can't get the food
Yeah, yeah.
but
100%. That's why you go to these places. You have to try their food.
exactly, because we have this one life, and just gotta make the full of it. Even though
Yeah, that's
even
it.
though I might not like something, if it's something new, then I'll try it because that's the whole point about life, seeing new things.
What is Matt? What's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
What's the weirdest thing I've eaten?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the weirdest. Damn. Okay, you put me on the spot now. So if I was
You're
gonna
like, Aggie,
think,
this is my podcast, not
no,
yours.
no, no, no. I love it when people ask questions back. It's amazing. But I don't know. If you heard of balut, have you?
Oh, is that the egg?
It's the egg, the live
The
chicken. It's not the live
oh,
chicken, but it's a
no,
whole
no, it's a
chicken.
hundred. Is
Yeah.
it baby chicken or is it? But it's
It's
not. That's not the 100-year-old egg. Eh?
no, no, no. That's like the whole black egg. That shit's nasty.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. I've actually seen
Have you?
one of my half Filipino mates eating it, and I was just like, whoa.
It looks like
There's,
because you buy them
I
off
was
the
like, there's
street
a baby
vendors.
in there.
Yeah, there's like a bacon. Like my mom says, oh, that's the whole point. You get the crunchy texture, but like you're eating a bake. That's not how do you eat a bake.
Wow. Have you
But
tried it?
yeah, I have, and it's actually not that
Wow.
bad. But my mom said don't have more than two, but your stomach will start having start messing up. But I had three, and I was fine. But
Nice.
it's as long as you got sauce. But when you look at it, oh man, it's a normal egg. It's just ugh, that's definitely one of the
Crunchy egg,
weirdest
did
things.
you say?
Yeah, the bake makes it crunchy, and
Oh,
it
wow.
sounds terrible because it's a whole baby egg. But
Yeah.
that's like the only thing I've ever eaten that's considered as being weird or something like that. But what about
Yeah.
you? Anything you've eaten that's weird?
Um, well, I see. I don't think it's weird because it's like, see, you probably don't think that egg's weird because it's just part of your like culture.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, Tongans eat horse.
Oh, okay.
It's quite nice. But I've had like,
Horse.
I
Wow.
don't know.
Okay.
I've
Wow.
I've had buffalo. I've had stingray.
Oh, geez, stingray. Oh,
Um,
wow. Can imagine how stingray would taste. How's that taste?
it was just a bit like fish, but he had like the white bone that normally like melts real like it kind of like it's a bit like the white bone in the chicken.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like he had a bit of that, but it just kind of like it was a bit softer than that.
Yeah.
And but
Okay.
then
Yeah.
when I was in Thailand, I tried. There was this like crocodile mini alligator on a
Oh,
spit, so I
damn.
was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that all on like YouTube and stuff. That stuff looks
Yeah,
nice. The way they prepare it and stuff. Like that's my
yeah.
type of grilling stuff. And oh, yeah.
So
Wow,
yeah, it's
horse and
good.
stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't mind any meat really, as long as they're killed properly and it's out of good faith
True.
and stuff. But either way, a lot of the meat is nice. And I mean, kangaroo meat. Have
Oh
you tried that?
yeah,
I
hey.
mean,
Yeah, I
that's.
have.
I mean, as much as I love kangaroos, like the meat's pretty damn good. And
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But I'll love to try all those exotic foods just for
yeah.
one time,
Why
even though I
not,
don't
eh?
like it. It's just why not? Yeah, definitely why not. For you, Aggie, as a person,
Yep, yep.
what is the first thing you notice about a person? What is the first thing you notice? Like, the first thing you'll point out. How would you, how would I make this question?
Do you mean like what do what's the first thing I normally see when I see someone, or
Yeah, like, what's the first thing? Like, how can you like, if I can change the question around, like, what's the first
yeah?
thing you'd like to see out of a How do I explain it? Okay, now I'm confusing myself. Like, oh, help me out here, Aggie, help me out here.
No, no, yeah, yeah. I would say, like, probably if I'm like, you know me, you see me walk
hmm
around. Um, I like to greet people, and so just maybe getting a response or even a smile from them.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean? Because
Yeah.
a lot of the time when people are walking around, they're just like their heads down or
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
so deep in some thought, and I'm just, just like every time I'm like, hey, how you going? They
Hmm.
look up and they're like, what? Like, are you talking to me?
Exactly.
Like, so yeah,
Yeah.
just probably like, I mean, I love seeing how God's created different people, like, not in a
Yeah.
weird way, but
Yeah.
yeah, just yeah, like I'd see just there's beauty in everyone, eh?
Yeah,
Like
exactly. That's why
doesn't matter.
I'm so blessed about living in Australia because we have so many different cultures and stuff. And
Yeah,
if it's just mainly Australians, but that's not bad. I'm not having a go at it. But like, since we have so many cultures, like I met, Leroy and Nyanyasha,
yeah,
they're from
yeah,
Zimbabwe. They're like the funniest characters I've met in a
yep.
long time. You have all
And
these.
we get heaps of different
Yeah,
foods.
exactly,
Boom.
exactly. That's the best part. It's just you see all these different cultures and stuff. Like that's why I'm so grateful. Like, we have a large Asian population. I
Yeah,
love them. I love them.
yep, yep,
Different from people from Bangladesh, people from Sri Lanka, people from India, people from
yep,
Italy. It's just that's what I love about Australia and stuff, and that's what I love to see the people. I just like to make people laugh, and even though
yeah.
my videos can be, they're a bit crazy sometimes with the gaming
Yes.
with the gaming ones and stuff, but as long
Yep.
as my mates are having fun, that's all I care about. As long as
Yeah.
it makes people laugh, or
Yeah.
that's all I care about. And this is why I do a YouTube channel. I mean, most people know that the reason why I do a YouTube channel is just I want to leave something behind.
Which is awesome.
Even though it could be crazy, I might say a lot of offensive things, but at the same time, it's all for good fun and not to actually offend people.
Yeah.
But just to cherish these moments with my friends, because we might be 40 and we'll all have kids, and you just never know really,
Yeah.
and
You
just
can
you
look
wanna.
back and be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was this
And then
crazy.
your kids will be like, oh my gosh, look at my dad.
Just also just for me, I don't want to change who I am as a person and
Cool.
try to be someone else. So for me doing this like YouTube and stuff, as not much as it's not popular, it's just for my friends, and
Awesome.
definitely I want the podcast to be a little bit more serious, and just people in my life that inspired me. I would love to have a chat with
Oh,
them. As that's why I got you, Aggie. I didn't just get you
thank you. What an
because
honor.
you're a I wish I got to talk to you more in school, but you're definitely an inspiration for a lot of us, and you're just one of the kindest and most loving people I've ever talked to or even seen,
Oh,
and
thank you, Matt.
that's why I appreciate you for coming and all that stuff. But also what was I gonna say? Now I caught up my own words.
No, it's
um
fine. You're doing great.
so if you could have lunch with one person, alive or dead, who would it be?
Oh, wow. Um, probably. probably my little brother. I would love to like because he was stillborn at 8.5 months,
Hmm.
and I just think like I'm like wow, like imagine if I like who knows, we'd probably both be in jail by now. But
Hmm.
no, but you know, I don't know. It would be cool like just to meet him and see what he was like, and you know, just
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. You just think you're just like hey, but I'll get to meet him in heaven. So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah,
God
hopefully they got some
bless.
good food up there as well.
Yeah, God bless. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see a lot of people in heaven. That's what I believe
Yeah,
in. There's definitely a place for us after when we're gone,
100%. What
and
about you?
I don't know. I mean, it'll be good to see what my brother's been doing lately, but
Yeah,
you know, but I don't know. Yeah, definitely it would definitely be my brother. I'll
yeah,
just he's been watching over us. That's why I'm blessed to have the belief. And I mean, not much people know that I am pretty religious. And I've been religious for a while,
yeah.
and always pray every night for
That's awesome.
people's safety and stuff. And I just pray that my brother's watching over me because I know he is, and all
Yeah,
my family members and stuff. And just and yeah, I would definitely love to have lunch with just have that one time with my brother. And of course
yeah,
you just want to just say how it's going and stuff, and just kind of just take advantage of the doing that stuff. If that's possible, that would be lovely. But of
yeah.
course you can let your imagination do that. And of course in
100%.
heaven definitely is a good place for all of us.
Yeah.
What would your perfect day be like, Aggie? Just
My
say,
perfect
just say,
day.
no COVID-19, just a normal day in Aggieville. What is a normal
Yeah.
day for Aggie?
So my perfect day, I actually like write this every week. Like
Hmm.
I think about it because it's a goal that I'm working towards just having more freedom
Hmm.
of time and choice and money and impact in my life. And so
Hmm.
my perfect day would include me waking up in a little beach villa. I can smell coffee. I can smell breakfast being cooked. My chef is cooking it up, and then you know, I walk out. It's a beautiful sunny day, white sand, blue clear water. My families are in the villas like next to me, and we all come together. We have breakfast, chill out, you know, and then
Mm.
just just talk to each other, mingle,
Mhm.
and then we can decide what we're going to do for the day, whether
Mhm.
we go on an adventure or do we go jet skiing or
Mm.
do we take a flight somewhere or
Mm.
or
Yeah.
do we go out and eat somewhere again just because we just had breakfast anyway, second breakfast?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, yeah. But literally, it's like just hanging out with like people that I love, doing things that we love, and not having to worry about any limitations of like money or where we can go.
Mm.
And yeah, but just being to really at the end of the day, just being with loved ones. So
Mm.
yeah, that's what
Yeah. Yeah.
my perfect day is
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. That's sweet. Yeah. For me, I don't know. Yeah, just same with you. Just not to have any problems and not to always have that one thought in your mind, like, oh, but I have to remember to do this, or I have to
Yeah,
remember to pay this, or we
yeah,
must pay this at a certain time. But I just wish there was just a time where my whole family can come together, no problems, just having
yeah,
food, enjoying
yeah,
ourselves, and just cherish the memories, take photos. Like that's what I love when you record videos with friends and you take pictures. They create memories, and
yeah,
when you get older, you can definitely look back on them. But yeah, definitely love to spend time with my family and my extended family as well. And even I would love to bring my Filipino family to Australia one day,
yeah.
and
100%.
that's what I would love to do. And because I haven't seen them for so long. I mean, last time was in year nine, and
Wow.
and when I was in year nine, I didn't go to Philippines since I was two. So
Mm,
I would love to bring them here and just because I forgot have so many. That's the problem with all these these not really much of a problem, but with all these cultures and different places, is like you have a crap ton of cousins. It's just I've lost all my cousins' names. I've just got them all mixed up. My aunties and uncles, I forget their names. It's just I would love to cherish those moments. And yeah, definitely I would picture a perfect beach like you,
yeah,
uh, clear water, sand, cooking something on the
yeah,
barbecue because Filipino
yeah,
families love the barbecue
yeah,
and the
hard.
grill. I would love, fish, everything. I love everything with the family and just, everyone being happy and stuff and not to have any resentment or anything against each other or just anything. I just wish we'd have to worry about anything in the world, just, have fun with each other and stuff. And
100%.
I know that we can make these things come true, which they will.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, that's how it would be for me. A couple more questions for you, Aggie. I'm not gonna
yeah,
have you
go
long
for it.
here. I don't want to have you I'm not have
It's
you
all right.
hostage for here for too long.
Nah, nah, doing
But
great.
what is on your bucket list? See, for your whole life, what do you expect? What are the missions and objectives that you want to complete before Aggie finally retires?
Yeah, so um, I have a few passion projects that I want to do,
Hmm.
which is why I just started an online business just towards the end of last year.
Hmm.
And so I started an online business where I leverage a high ticket business model by just being myself, which is why you probably see a lot of my content like on Facebook. I'm
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
so me just being me, and if as people like like, know, and trust me, they'll be like, hey, what are you up to? And so some of my passion projects is there's foundations that I want to um, I want to be able to fund that help um, homeless youth and suicide.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then I also want to be able to fund youth workers in high schools,
Yeah.
and then also help out like churches and communities in the islands, like
Mm.
in the Pacific Islands. So
Mm.
they're just a few of the things I want to do. But yeah, as for like I don't know, immediate stuff is probably try as many weird foods as possible.
Yep. 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 For sure.
um, but yeah, yeah, like I said, like there's so many things that I've actually got a dream journal
Oh.
that I
Okay.
add
That's
to like
sweet.
daily, and
Yeah.
yeah, just writing down things I want to do. And I've got like a big, massive, massive piece, one of those big, like it's like a big post-it on my
Oh. Yep.
wall,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
and I've just written down all my whys of why I'm doing what I'm doing, just to
Hmm.
remind me, like,
Hmm.
and up there, of course, I do this because of my family, I do this
Hmm.
because of my nieces and nephews,
Hmm.
I do this because I want to, be generous and give
Yep.
away more. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yourself?
Um, for me, I mean, same thing with you. I mean, I would love to kind of exactly for me, I want to be like a community worker as well.
Yep.
But like, in nursing home, I would love to, look after the elderly and just kind
Yeah.
of play my part and into it's like kind of thanking them for what they've done for me and when my grandparents do go, it'll be for them,
Yeah.
and I would love to definitely make them proud and for me, I would just love to kind of enhance my learning skills and stuff and because I'm not always the grade A student
Yep.
I would love to learn all this stuff and I would love to give people advice and even for the young kids as well
Mm.
um even I mean I am still young
Yeah.
allegedly
Yeah.
but I would love to teach young kids about stuff about life and try not to take it for granted
Yeah.
uh kind of kind of have fun, don't have to worry about anything and stuff and
Yeah. 100%.
kind of use my experience as an individual and stuff kind of teach them in when they're at school and stuff and just kind of how do I explain this? It's like I kind of want to teach them, like life is of course hard and school is only going to get harder and just try not to
Mm.
try to always think about the positives, not the negatives, and just try not to
Yeah.
stress over it. And kind of use my experience in Year 12 and just say, just enjoy it as much as you can. Try not to think, try not to stress over it, because the teachers love to, it's their job to make you, to actually put all your heart and that's why they try to scare you with the HSC, even though it
Yeah.
really isn't. Students need to realize that it isn't that scary, but
Yeah. It's
it's
not.
definitely important for your life. But the teachers are not trying to do this to make you, trying to make you all study hard and stuff. They want the best, from you. Of course, they want you to have fun and stuff. But yeah, I just want to teach kids how to definitely, kind of just be them and not to have to worry about, stressing over these things. Because definitely when we're young, we will experience some sort of, feeling down or depressed at those times. And I don't know. I would love to, help the homeless as well, for sure
No.
because I've been so I mean when I was a kid I was pretty spoiled so I would love to kind of give that to them and kind of say we're all humans at the end of the day we're all here to help each other and kind
Mm.
of kind of have that you know there and I would love to do that. I think my mom would definitely be proud But yeah, I would love to help a lot of people, and definitely people in the Philippines and stuff. I just love to do all these charity things because for me, I thought, people would like to do, construction work and stuff and all those things, and that's just not my type of field. I'm a big fella, as I said, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm too soft. I don't want to do that stuff. I feel like I can do more helping, help with, the elderly and the community
Yeah.
workers and all that stuff. And that's why I'm glad that, people in RSC, in Rice Secondary College, and just people, kids in general in public and Ride have you to look up to, and have
Oh,
you,
thank you.
to, help them out. And, if they need their help with their religious beliefs, they can come talk to you and stuff.
Yeah.
And also, I won't put this in video. Aggie, do you want me to put all your things in the below, like description, like your social medias and anything, or?
Oh, it's up to you, man. It's just
Eh,
Aggie Junior
yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
So
I'm
yeah.
just I'm just glad to have you on and stuff. That's why
Oh,
I would love
thank you.
to put you. I mean, I've said it thousands of times already, but at the same time, I would love to, spread your awareness to others, because you are a special person, Maggie, and
Oh, legend.
people don't, can't really, say it enough, because, you are definitely a wonderful person. And people, I can see that some of the girls that, when I was at school, some of the girls that have had problems and stuff, you get to talk to them and, see how
Yeah.
they're going. And I just, if people, if you're watching this and stuff, just show Aggie some love and stuff, and see if you can help out in any way. And just see, Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff. And
Yeah, man. It's just Aggie Junior.
yeah,
AGGIE
yeah, I'll put it in the
JNR.
link description below, and
Yeah, too
I'll love
easy.
you guys to check it out. And I appreciate you, Aggie. I'll say this
Oh,
again when I
thank
said at
you.
the start, of course, but I would say these podcasts have been with my mates and stuff, but today's definitely been a new chapter for this thing. And
She's awesome.
I'm glad to have you on, Aggie. And it means a lot for me as a person. For you to come on here and for us to have a chat. I mean, it went quick. We were at 48
Oh,
minutes in.
oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
but
It felt a lot shorter though, eh?
you did, yeah,
Time
definitely
flies when
did.
you're having fun.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. And I'll ask this last question, and then we'll
Yep.
end it off there.
Yep.
It's a bit of, I should have asked this at the earliest, but what is your favorite hobby? Besides of helping, kids, as you're very good at doing and stuff, and pastor and stuff. What is your hobby that you would love to do on the sidelines?
Oh,
With all this
do you
stuff.
know what I always answer to this?
What?
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I can't complain about that response. I can't complain about that
You were
response.
like favorite hobbies. I'm like
Sleeping.
sleeping. Like,
Oh yeah, sleeping's
I'm
amazing.
sure you're pretty good at it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Recently, yeah, the sleep schedule's been terrible, but nah, sleep is just, I don't know, just,
I like sleeping and rugby, of
of
course. Like I
course, yeah. I
love
saw
rugby, so
you play a lot of rugby and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, for
Well, I
me,
used to.
yeah, I think you're pretty good with it. You played with a lot of your home girls and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I got one more question
yeah,
for you, Matt.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, so it's a serious question.
yeah.
It's your last $10. What are you gonna spend it on?
Last $10. What am I gonna spend it on? Oh my god. Oh, last $10. If I was gonna think about it, so last $10. So just say I have $10 for the day. Oh my god.
Yeah, last $10.
Last $10. If I think about it, like if I got everything ready, and it's just, oh, all right, I already spent everything. I got more money. Oh, sorry, I mean last $10. Sorry, if I've already spent my stuff, already got everything that I needed. I don't know if my family members need money, I'll give it to them. I don't know,
Yeah,
$10. Or if someone in need of it, I'll give it to them. But yeah, I mean that's pretty cliche. You would say in the moment you would give it to someone, but at the same time, for me, I feel like, as long as you're helping each other out, that's kind of, the point of living. And I love seeing kind and generous gestures from people, even you see on the
yeah,
internet, people, just helping the public and stuff. I mean, for me, I would love to help others out, and if $10 can make a person's day, and if I
yeah,
just say if I needed it, but not, that important, if I didn't need it, if that makes that person happy and definitely improves their day and makes them a better person, I would love to give it to you. No
fair
worries.
enough.
You don't even have to ask. I'll just give it to you. I can tell.
But say you have
But
to spend it, what would you spend it on?
if I had to spend it, $10. I don't know. I mean, a zinger box
Doesn't
from.
buy much
I mean,
nowadays,
I
does
mean, I
it?
mean, a zinger box from KFC would have been not bad if I didn't have
Boom,
lunch.
boom.
What would
Is it?
you?
Can you get a Zinger box for under ten
Uh,
bucks?
isn't it like 9.95?
Oh,
I
who
think.
knows?
I don't know. KFC changes the stuff now.
True,
I don't know.
very
I don't know.
true.
If I didn't have food, I'll probably buy it because I think about food. I'm a big fella. But
Boom.
but yeah.
It is life, mate.
What would you do with the if you had $10 left?
Mate, of course, we'd love to give it away to someone, but no question about it. 24 nuggets, mate.
Oh yeah, cheeky from KFC or what do you prefer?
KFC or
KFC
Macca's,
or
mate.
Macca's? What do you prefer?
9.95.
What do you prefer? What would you would go for?
I don't know, because sometimes you just want that mix up, eh?
Alright, because like
But
sometimes I love the texture of the chicken nuggets. It's funny how we can't talk about chicken nuggets now.
yeah,
Um,
no,
it's I don't know. I feel like there's something about the McDonald's, like the texture of it, and it's just I don't know. But the same thing with KFC. It's
yeah,
greasy
KFC
and
is a
it's
bit,
just
bit of different
it's
variety,
a
eh?
bit
But
different, and the sauces are definitely different. But I can't see anything go wrong with sweet and sour sauce and from Macca's.
yeah,
Um,
well, I
yeah.
choose Macca's, and you know why?
Why?
Because you can get like different sauces. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
normally I go for like either sweet mustard or the aioli, or now you can get like the Big Mac sauce.
Oh
But
yeah, Big Mac, anything Big Mac sauce with any meal, chips,
yeah,
steak, chicken, anything. Yeah, Big Mac sauce
and
is
a, and
amazing.
a yeah, and
Great
a free
invention.
tip for all your listeners: they actually sell them. It's called the special burger sauce or
I
something. They
think
sell
it's
it at
like in
Coles.
it's like in a little like mayonnaise sort of serving thing. I forgot what it's called,
No,
but
they
yeah,
sell it at Coles now.
did they? Because I remember they
Yeah, it's
sold
hectic.
stuff in Woolies, but yeah, dope in that's dope if
Well, I'm
it's in
pretty sure
Coles.
Woolies sell it as well, but
Yeah,
just yeah,
yeah,
there
that
you go.
yeah, that'll that'll be dope. Yeah, I need to buy some of that. But yeah, I'm just so hopefully this was alright, Aggie, and
Yeah,
this is
man, you did great. Thank
a
you.
new
Thanks so much for having me.
a different scene, and I heard Miss Kinley has a podcast. Have you got on that yet?
Oh yeah, for the school, like
For the
they're trying to
schools.
just keep they're just trying to keep it interactive.
Like it
Like
sounds like cringy as students is like, oh, our teachers have a podcast, just hearing our teachers have fun and stuff. But nah, for me, seeing my my favorite teachers, and I love Miss Kinley. She's such a
yeah,
lovely teacher, and she was
yeah,
my
she's
roll call
awesome.
teacher. I was so blessed to have her. Every morning, she's always nice to me, and if I ever look down, or she's always there.
Yeah,
And no, I actually like it. What was it? Is it called is it the bunker? Is that what they call it?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I don't
need
know
to.
if they've put it
I
on.
think because I think my mate shared me the URL link to it, and
Oh man,
it's on a website, and there's only the first episode was Miss Kinley. I think not Miss Van,
yeah, Mr. Tonkin
Mr. Tonkin
and
and Miss V, was it? Miss
yeah,
V,
Miss
yep.
V.
And they
Yeah,
had Mr. Han, and I think that's just so cool, just seeing your childhood teachers and just see how the way they act,
yeah.
and just to see them have fun and not to be too serious and stuff. It's great. Are we gonna see you on that as well, Aggie? Or
Oh, maybe they've
okay,
told me, but
yeah,
I'm
cause
like,
cause
yeah,
that
yeah,
cause
we'll
that cause
see.
that'll be dope. That'll be really good. And yeah, it would be great. I'm blessed to have you on here, and I've had all my mates on here, and for them to see
Oh,
me have
awesome.
you, I feel like I feel a little bit good because it's Aggie Junior, like and but nah, on a proper serious note, I want to thank you, Aggie, for coming on, and
Oh,
I
good. Thank you
appreciate
so
you.
much.
And for me as a kid in year 7, you always come in and say hello to me. You taught us a lot of things, and just your presence being at school always made me happy as a person. Always shaking your
Oh,
hand and
thank
seeing
you.
what's going on and stuff. And I'm glad you've definitely doing all these things in in social media and all this stuff for the kids, and you being a pastor and stuff, and youth groups and stuff. I'm just for me, I'm proud for you and stuff, and that you've done all this
Thank you.
stuff, and
Thank
I
you.
couldn't express my love and just thank you for everything that you've done for the kids in Ride. I think they would say the same, and everything that you've done for them, all the girls, the guys, even for me. I'm just so grateful to have you on, Aggie,
Oh,
and
thanks, mate.
hopefully everything goes well in life for you, and I'll definitely
Right back at you.
I promise you, I'll shout your food next time. We should definitely organize something. We'll go out for lunch or something. Just have a quick bite after this COVID-19 goes over. I think we
Yeah,
should.
hard up.
I think
Yeah,
we
for
should.
sure.
But nah.
Get onto our nuggets.
Oh yeah. Oh, mate. Oh, don't show me your nuggets, mate. I'm gonna eat. Just thinking about Macca's now. Oh, you're tempting me, Aggie. You're tempting me. But at the same time, Aggie. Yep. Thank you so much for doing this. And yeah. Do you want to say anything for the
So
people?
yeah, nah, just keep being you, man.
Yeah.
Like, to everyone who is listening, just be yourself, man. If God, if he didn't want you here, he wouldn't have created you, but he has,
Hmm.
for a purpose, with a purpose, and on purpose. So
Hmm.
yeah, just be yourself, and share your beautiful gift with everyone.
Yep. Okay, so everything in the bottom in the description has all Aggie stuff. So if you want to check everything, like the social media, it's your organization, and yeah, if you want to contact Aggie, she's a lovely person. Always good to talk to you if you need advice, anything. She'll be there. And again, Aggie, for the 50,000th time, thank you for coming
Nah,
on,
thanks heaps, mate.
and
Keep it up.
thank you a lot. Thank you. All right, this is the end of
No
the
worries.
podcast. Take care, lads.